Well, I'm not sure they are glad all over. But they'll certainly get behind their team today. And as Christmas draws near, the desire to be at home grows ever more pressing. Today they have to beat a Crystal Palace team that's made 2 changes from the midweek defeat to Bournemouth. Sam Johnson is the goalkeeper, Joe Ward is the right back, Anderson, Gay and Klein make up the back 4. Jefferson, Lerma and Chris Richards will hold in midfield, with Will Hughes just behind an attacking trio of Ayew and Schlupp on the flanks, who will come back and help out in midfield, and Edouard leading the line. Alisson is the Liverpool goalkeeper, back from injury. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays at right back but will wander into midfield. Van Dijk, Kwanzaa and Tsimikas are the back 4. In midfield is Ryan Gravenberch, Wataru Endo and Dominic Szoboszlai. M.Salah and Luis Diaz flank Darwin Nunez. But we're underway live from Selhurst Park on Talksport, with Liverpool attacking the goal away to our right-hand side, the Holmesdale Road end, in those quartered green and white shirts, black socks and black shorts and white socks, and those halved blue and red jerseys of Crystal Palace attacking the White Horse Lane end away to our left-hand side. Our referee today is Andy Madley. I abandoned the train this morning and got the car because I just thought it was a little bit too ifty. And I know that a lot of fans are unhappy about having to make the journey at this time of year. Here is Ayew over the halfway line, bursting down the right-hand side. He moves up towards the edge of the area. A low cross towards the far post. Jefferson Lerma with an effort. He hits the post after an Alisson save, and somehow he scrambles it away at the second attempt. It's a brilliant double save from Alisson, but how has Lerma missed? It's a great chance for Crystal Palace. They should be ahead.
It's a brilliant chance. It's the biggest chance of the game so far. Of that, there's no doubt. And it was Ayew down the right-hand side, a great ball in, and this is where Liverpool and Trent have to wait to see where he was at that particular moment. He hit the target, but that's a wonderful save from Alisson.
And Lerma, who hit the woodwork in midweek, has hit it again. Here is Luis Diaz down the left for Liverpool, looking to respond. They may need a little bit of waking up here. It's 0-0, but Crystal Palace have had the best opportunity of the game. Jefferson Lerma getting into the box across from the right from Ayew, and he sent it straight at the goalkeeper, who pushed it onto the post and then made a second save as it came back, almost rolling over the line. Really good move, Scott.
Yeah, and that's the problem. You've got Tsimikas who had gone up front. You got Trent, who has sort of gone wide as well. So therefore, Liverpool almost defending just with their 2 centre-halves. It was a really good run from Lerma, who, you're right, hit the post midweek and I think was Palace's best player. He's used his right foot, so he's opened up his body, which then almost brings it back towards where it came from, which helps Alisson out, because if it had waited for it to come onto his left foot and then just let it come off that left foot into the bottom corner, Alisson would have had no chance. He should have used his left foot, but it's still a wonderful save.
Play on, says the referee, as they win the ball high up again. Here's Edouard into the penalty. He's tackled by Van Dijk. That's a penalty for Crystal Palace. Van Dijk from behind gets a yellow card after the ball was won in midfield, sloppily given away by Liverpool. They pinched it, Will Hughes pushed it forward, and then racing through on goal, Edouard was going through him behind the defence. Van Dijk followed him in. Now, was there a foul by Will Hughes on Endo prior to that foul by Van Dijk? The VAR will look at it because it happened in the build-up. And how much contact was there really from Van Dijk on Edouard? Yeah, he's overturned it.
It's a foul.
Yeah, he's given a free kick on the, well, you know, he hasn't. He's gone over to see the monitor to decide whether or not he's going to overturn
Well,
it.
we know what happens there, Sam,
yes,
surely.
I was probably jumping a step ahead, but I think I probably...
There's a part of me that would love the referee to say, no, do you know what, I'm going to stick with my decision.
Yeah.
But I just think, well, what he's about to see, he's come in...
Well, I think once he sees that, he's going to think like we do, that's a foul. So
absolutely. He's come in from the back, he's not got any of the ball, he's put his left arm around Endo, and he's put his right leg around Endo's right leg as well.
By the way, he's having a good old look.
He is. I don't think he wants to overturn it, because you're right, he was there, he was 10 yards away, he saw it, he felt it wasn't a foul. He's trying to justify now that his decision was right, but he has to overturn that.
Well, he's looking at the monitor. He's still looking at the monitor. He's surrounded by Crystal Palace fans, which is not a great place to have to make this decision. He's still listening to those who are advising him. The man in the VAR booth is John Brooks today. He'll be whispering into his ear, giving him his full recommendation. He's just about to go on the turn here and tell us what's happening. Andy Madley, he's walking away, he's doing the TV signal, no penalty, free kick just outside the penalty area. Will Hughes to take the corner over on the far side at the junction of the Holmesdale Road end and the Arthur Waite stand. In between the two stands is a big Crystal Palace emblem. Hughes delivers the ball, left-footed outswinger towards Lerma, who stretches to head it. Alexander-Arnold will volley it clear, and it goes up to halfway, where it's headed back by Ward towards his goalkeeper. Immediately pings it out to the left, hoping that Hughes has stayed in an onside position. The referee seems to think he has, and he sends it in towards Mateta. Mateta got there first. Now, was he nudged to the floor by Jarell Quansah? The Palace supporters thought that he was. The referee not having any of it, as Ward comes up to the halfway line with the ball after shrugging off Darwin Núñez, who's a little bit handsy with him. And again, Palace come forward looking more dangerous than Liverpool. He brings it to our attention. Hold on a second, what is happening here? Is the referee going over to check for a penalty after that push on Jarell on Mateta from all that time ago? I think he is, you know.
The ball stayed in play for that long. Listen, I actually thought there was something in it at the time, but I don't feel it's a clear and obvious error.
He's given a penalty.
That's a big decision. That's a big decision.
It's about 3.5 minutes ago.
Well, Jurgen Klopp must be absolutely
livid. If that's the case, they should have stopped the game, shouldn't they? If they were seriously looking at it, they should have stopped the game.
And yet he's made that decision in a tenth of the time that he made the decision to overturn the foul that led to the penalty.
He's literally had one look at it. I mean,
the thing why I wouldn't have given that or I wouldn't have overturned it is that Mateta took the touch and the ball just literally bounced off him and he's going to be about 10 yards away. That's not to say that it can't still be a foul, but I'm sorry, that's a decision that I can't agree with. I'm going to be told probably by you, Sam, to the letter of the law is a penalty in that. But again, that's where the sort of understanding of no, I'm not having that one. I agreed with the one that was overturned, the foul that led to the penalty, but there's no way he'd have done anything with that ball at all.
He had 27 looks at the foul by Will Hughes on Endo, and he's had one look at the foul there and decided that's a penalty. There's been two changes for Liverpool in that period. Cody Gakpo and Konate are on, but all eyes are away to our right hand side because Liverpool are having to defend a penalty here. Alisson, who does prevent quite a lot of shots on goal, is standing up against Jean-Philippe Mateta, who hasn't scored a Premier League goal this season. He steps up, right-footed, and drills it into the net, and Crystal Palace lead and are ripping up the form book. Well, the referee gave a penalty ages and ages after the initial event, overturned a decision that he had made to play on after a collision involving Mateta and Jarell Quansah. Mateta has stepped up from the penalty spot and dispatched the penalty beyond Alisson, who went the wrong way, and Crystal Palace lead against a team that had desires of going back to the top of the Premier League.
Wow, I tell you what, that's massive. I mean, I still believe that Liverpool can score, though not necessarily on what I've seen so far today. That I feel they'll have to step it up at some point, but to score two now to win this game, again, with what I've seen so far, well, I doubt that could happen. Something has to change, but...
Of this second half, another yellow card here. And is that a double yellow card for Ayew? It might be, you know. It's a red card for Ayew. It's a double yellow card for Ayew, and he's been sent off. Now, he was guilty of breaking a promising attack, was he? I mean, is that a second yellow card, Scott? I'm not sure. It was a foul on H.Elliott, but a genuine attempt to play the ball.
Yes.
It's 2 yellow cards for Jordan Ayew. Is that correct?
It's another big decision, isn't it? I don't think it's correct personally, you know, but it's certainly subjective enough for the referee to turn around and say, well, I believe it was. But no, he's gone for the ball, and listen, he has brought him down, but not every foul needs to become a yellow card, and when a yellow card becomes a sending off, It just makes it an even bigger decision that I don't think the referee had to make.
Was that breaking up a promising attack? He was inside his own half, H.Elliott, when he was tackled.
No, it could have been a promising attack. It could have led to that, but I genuinely think he's gone for the ball. He hasn't got it. I go back to the fact that not every foul means it's a yellow card.
Game management. Unnecessary. And now we've got 10 versus 11, and I'm sure the Liverpool fans are absolutely delighted about it, but the Palace fans will be fuming. 1-0 they lead Liverpool. They're now down to 10 men, and they've got to dig in now to try and see this result out. Ball down the right hand side into Gakpo, who's crossed towards the far post. It's missed. It comes back to Jones, who sets it up for Salah, and there is a pivotal goal moments after the red card. M.Salah gets his 200th Liverpool goal, and not only steers his team level, but goes into the pantheon of greats on the goal-scoring list. And Anfield, Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 1, Salah with the goal. It's a monumental moment for him, but Crystal Palace feel incredibly aggrieved after having Jordan Ayew sent off for 2 bookable offences. There was a heavy deflection on the way through as well off a Crystal Palace body. That blob blocking it, but couldn't stop it from going in the net. Roy Hodgson's been booked for his protest. He's unhappy. The Palace fans are unhappy, and it's 1-1.
There's nothing wrong with that goal, Sam, and actually I think even if that hadn't have gone in, Liverpool would have got a penalty for a foul of Joe Ward on Curtis Jones, who completely took him out inside the box. But yeah, absolutely, it's the second yellow that's so controversial, and this game has completely turned.
Right, Gomez, edge of the area, Salah again, they're pinned in here, comes back towards Jones, who sends it through the 6-yard box, away by Hughes, and it's helped out to this near touchline. It remains 1-1 as we go into the final few seconds of the game.
I think Jones should have done better there, as Salah plays the ball to the far post. On his left foot, Jones has got to whip it across in between that corridor of the goalkeeper and the defence. He doesn't, he kind of cuts it back and gives Palace the opportunity to defend.
Can Liverpool come up with a late winner in the 10 minutes of added time that are going to be added? Yeah, they added them on. Here's Elliott weaving his way to the edge of the box, getting a shooting opportunity and firing brilliantly in at the near post past Remy Matthews. He goes sliding on his knees over by the corner flag, because he may well just have won the game for Liverpool with a terrific effort. It's a brilliant goal from H.Elliott, who hasn't scored since January, but it was well worth the wait. From the edge of the box, left-footed, arcing it towards the near post, and Remy Matthews, the substitute goalkeeper, went diving down towards his left and couldn't get near it. It's 2-1 Liverpool in stoppage time.
Unbelievable, it really is, and fair play to H.Elliott. He does really well. He picks up the ball 30-35 yards out. He goes past one player. No one comes to engage, so he has the shot just on the edge of the box, 20 yards out. It's a wonderful strike. I don't think Remy Matthews can do anything with that. I really don't. People have got to get out, got to get closer. It's all very well having just 10 men and defend deep, but once someone's right in front of the 18-yard box, you have to engage with them. Great strike, and my goodness, have Liverpool found a way to come away with all 3 points after what has been a terrible performance.
3-2 in the 90th minute last Sunday against Fulham. They won the game 4-3. They were only leading by a goal to nil against Sheffield United in the 95th minute in midweek and won 2-0. They scored again late on, and they've scored a late winner in stoppage time against 10-man Crystal Palace.
You're 10 men against Liverpool.
It's tough.
As badly as Liverpool are playing, it's still difficult to try and get the ball. Possession, even when they were doing well, was no higher than 30%.
Have they got one more chance? A yellow card coming out for Luis Diaz, who's fouled Elise on this near side. Andy Clinton's Madley has produced yet another booking. Clinton's still a thing? I'm not sure they are they?
Yeah, they are.
We could call him Andy Moonpig Madley, couldn't we? 8 yellow cards dished out today. Free kick for Elise, though, moving the ball towards the goal away to our right. This is only about 12 yards outside the box. It's a left-footed from the right side, an in-swinger that goes to the penalty spot. Anderson is arriving with a header, brilliant save by Alisson, and he's preserved 3 points there for Liverpool. That's a monumental save by the goalkeeper, returning from injury, and in the 99th minute of the game gets down to his right and produces a stunning save from Anderson.
Well, I don't want to say it was a Gordon Banks save because he didn't have to dive that much, his positioning was good, but it bounced just in front of him and he was able to dive and tip it away. Brilliant save from him in the 100th minute of the game. And Liverpool have scored 2 goals late on to win the game. It's been fascinating to watch, and there is finally the full-time whistle. 102 minutes and 30 seconds into it. Those boos are for the referee. They are not for Crystal Palace this time around. Look, I don't know what you asked Santa for, but I bet you he doesn't deliver anything as good, as compelling as the Premier League. Another very good finish to a brilliant football match involving 2 teams that went at it. Liverpool were not at their very best. Palace much better than they have been in recent times, but still they've been defeated. Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp said, had that world-class mentality. Well, after an injury time turnaround against Fulham on Sunday and a late goal in midweek against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane, they've scored another one in stoppage time to get all 3 points and go to the top of the Premier League. In between time, M.Salah has become only the 5th Liverpool player to score 200 goals for the club. So much to unpick, lots of controversy, but ultimately Liverpool are top of the Premier League and they've got all 3 points at Selhurst Park again. Palace 1, Liverpool 2.